to this week's weekly vlog. If you're new, I'll give you a super quick intro. Oh, sorry, my name is indeed Dawn. I'm originally from Manchester, which is the northwest of England. For over 20 years, I think 23, 24 years now, I've been living in the Netherlands. I live here with my partner Lawrence, who's from South Africa, and our sons Josh and William, and our little doggy Jack. So everybody's welcome here. And if you're an OG returning viewer, welcome back, guys. I hope you're all well. I hope you've all had a good week. If you're watching me on a weekly basis, and if you're on catch up, well, I hope you're having a good life. So a little bit about the channel. I filmed snippets of my day throughout the week, and then every Sunday morning, quite early in European time, around 6 a.m. In Amsterdam time, I upload. I don't get out of bed and do it. I schedule the weekly vlog so people in different time zones can kind of catch it depending on where they are in their day. And I am a bit of a craftaholic, so I have another channel here on YouTube called The Woven Almanac, which is a crafty podcast. I share everything I'm making. Sometimes there's tutorials. If you want to learn to crochet, there's a Learn to Crochet series on there. I need to add to that. I need to do some knitting tutorials as well. I have promised, but I've just, time has run away from me. Yes, that's the right way to say it, is it? Anyway, so that's a little bit about what you can expect in the format. Weekly, daily snippets of life in the Netherlands. Sometimes we go out, sometimes it's just, I don't know, a grocery shopping. Sometimes I just feel like a chat. So it's a bit of a mashup. So, and usually I try and, it runs between like 40 minutes to an hour-ish. So that's what to expect. Today, well, you would have seen on the screen, today is Saturday. Oh, if you want to find me on other social media platforms, in the description box below, depending on what device you're watching me on, you can find my Instagram, Facebook, the Woven Almanac channel. So it's all linked below if you want to have a nosy what else it's going on in my life. So anyway, you would have seen, yes, indeed, it's Saturday. I've got you really, really precariously perched on top of my painting box, a paint palette and a glass, because I've yet again, if you're a regular, I've misplaced my tripod. I've actually got two tripods and I don't know where they are, so I'm hoping you don't fall. You seem to be quite safe. Let's see. So it's midday. I've just boiled some eggs. I've just got a hankering for egg mayonnaise sandwiches. Lawrence has gone out to watch Joshua play football. He's playing local at the local club. And he's just at me to say they're 4-0 up. Joshua scored a goal and another, but it was offside. And then he's going to whiz back home, and then he's giving William and I think the coach and some other kids a lift because they're playing football this afternoon in a place called Heemskerk. I think that's up near Harlem Way, I think. Let's get my bearings where I am. Yes. I'm trying to picture a map of the Netherlands. So yeah, I'm pretty much on my own for the day, which is fine. I've potted about a little bit. I've done a bit of laundry. I've partially cleaned the kitchen. I've unloaded the dishwasher and packed it up. I'm going to have a bite to eat. Kettle's just boiled. And I'm just going to have a quiet day. Lawrence asked me if I wanted to go out and watch football, at least for Josh, because it's local. And I don't know if you would have seen some footage, but everything was frozen here this morning. It was so cold. And the cold just triggers me coughing. You know, if you're new, I've had that virus, what's going around. And plus, you know, my arthritis is quite bad at the moment. So it's not good for my chest and also my arthritis to go and stand around in the cold. And there's never anywhere to sit at these places. Anyway, what I have been doing, though, is, if you remember... little Daffodil, my mouse that I made a few weeks ago. Daffodil, she dirtied her summer party dress. She was very clumsy, so she's wearing her daily dress now, which I made. I don't know when I made it, last week or something, I can't remember. I think it took me days and days. I'm just sort of doing a bit as a fancy. But anyway, I've decided that, and here, because I was measuring something, here is Dot. Dot is actually... Daffodil's little sister, and Dot is a mailing doll. So that's store-bought, and that's handmade by me. And then I thought, well, these ladies need a house. So I was scouring for a while. I didn't want to buy the Mailing house. It's quite expensive, and I just wanted somewhere nice to put them, frankly. I have got a very old, like a vintage dollhouse that I'm doing up that is in the house. It's a little bit, I'd say it's Edwardian cusp Victorian age. It's a little bit loose in the eras. And that does stand in my open plan lounge, but this is just purely a bit of fun for me. Anyway, waffle. So I've been looking, and in my head I wanted a little house that would sit on the wall in my craft room upstairs, so more like a shelf. So I searched, and I did find one on Amazon. And I thought it would be great because some of the reviews said it was quite cheaply made. Well, I'm telling you now, you'll see in a minute what I mean. It's solid. So I don't know if it's available in the part of the world that you are in. I ordered mine off Amazon.nl, which is the Dutch version, and I think it's a German make. But anyway, it's really bashed up, and I'll explain. And I'm gluing it at the moment, so I hope I can sort of not disturb it too much. I'll just try and pin it. So this is it's a shelf, and you can see it's all bashed up because where all those lines are inside, I needed to remove them because otherwise, I don't know if this is glued because it came apart. Oh my gosh, it was a job to get that out. But if you can see how tall, it's a bit slanted, sorry, Daffodil is. She wouldn't have fit. You can see there's the line where the shelves were. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves in it, and then there was compartments. So I just wanted something very basic. So she wouldn't have fit in there. So I'm just gluing this. I'm going to leave it a couple of hours, and I might even tape the back of it just to. And you can see where the corners have been mitered. I'm not bothered. I'll just try and flatten it a little bit, but I'm going to wallpaper it all and put flooring down. And if it's a bit vintage and battered looking, I want it to look handmade, so I'm totally fine with it. So yeah, if I can remember, I'll try and remember to put a link, or at least the name of what I bought. I understand what I've seen on Pinterest is a lot of people buy the dollhouse from IKEA. That seems to work well, but again, I just wanted a little shelf to stick her on, and it won't be full, you know. I'm just going to slowly mess around with it. So yeah, they'll have a little home. Will it? Oh, my shoe's fall off. Will I be decorating it today? Probably not. I think I've reached my limit on what I want to do for the day. This early evening, we're going over to my friend Namalie's house. I think I mentioned that in last week's vlog. Raymond's got a new barbecue and he wants to christen it. So we all love a barbecue. We won't be eating outside in this cold weather, but it sounds really nice. And so yeah, just the two of us are going to go over and spend the evening with them. But really nice. I can't remember the last time the four of us were together. I've not really seen a lot of my friends, I must say. I think over Christmas and the winter, we all kind of cocooned, which is not like me. You know, if you've been around for a while, you know, I like to go and see my girls. But yeah, I don't know, and I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people been like that. Have you been the same? But I've noticed the nights are getting lighter. It's been dark around, or going dark, by about 4:30 here in the Netherlands. And then, was it last night? I think, yeah, last night, the night before, I was doing something, I forget what it was now, and I needed natural daylight. Oh, I can't remember what I was doing. And I actually said to Lawrence, I think it was about 5:30, and I said, oh, look, it's still light. So, and ironically, William has just said to me, William's my youngest son, William's just said to me, he said, look at it's how nice it is. It's cold, but it's nice. It makes you feel like spring's on the way, Mum. It makes me feel happy. Here. Anyway, right, I'm going to start waffling. So welcome. The weekly vlog has begun. I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm just going to play it by ear. Lawrence fancies going out with the drone somewhere to fly it. Be nice to get out and have a walk. And we have been discussing when the tulip fields will be in bloom. I think it's February, March. that the fields are out, and we were looking on the fly zone, and we think there's an area not too far from us that we're right on the edge of the no-fly zone for drones. So that will be exciting if you can go and drone a tulip field. I have filmed the tulip fields many times. I don't do it every year, but I have filmed them. We had one for a while really close to our house, but it remains to be seen if they'll be growing them again. And the other thing I found when I was rooting, I actually bought these from a previous dollhouse fair. If you watched last week's vlog, you'll know that's where I went. And I thought, oh, these would be really nice. I've put them on teddy bears and so forth, but these will be really nice. Excuse my nails. I've not done anything with them. I'm just not feeling doing my nails at the moment. But I bought these little crowns, and I thought, you know what? Aren't they lovely? These will be really nice. I might even put one on a little bit of elastic for if she wants a dressy up outfit. But they'll be nice for my little hand sewn toys. I have put them on crochet, like amigurumi things. If you're not a crafter, I've gone into crafty mode. I'm very sorry. This vlog won't all be about crafting. It'll be about what I'm up to in the week. But I just wanted to share what I've done this morning. I'm sure you didn't want to watch me unloading and loading the dishwasher, did you? Anyway, the vlog's begun. Let's hope it's a good one. Bye for now.
Try to organize my mind while the world falls behind. Slow waltz around the sun. Every year reveals a change. Looking back now, feeling strange. We all learn to be someone. What happens next? What happens next? Won't pretend to know. What happens next? I heard you say to love is to let go. Turning out the light again while I wrestle what's within. Looking out for a friend. What's the one rule we forgot? Say the story or the plot. Something new is overdue. What happens next? What happens next? Won't pretend to know. What happens next? I heard you say to love is to let go.
Good morning. I've put the camera on and the plane goes over. If you've been around for a while, you'll know exactly where I am and exactly the problem I've got, which is why I stopped filming my podcast here. If you're new, I'm actually in my workshop or my studio. I'm very fortunate that I have my own place, my own work room. It's a lock-up at the local art centre, and Lawrence is storing some stuff, some hockey stuff here, and he said he needed to go and count his stock. So I said, you know what, I'll come with you. I've just vacuumed super quick, not a deep clean, it needs a good clean. But I just thought I'd come and just see how I feel about being here, and it feels so nice. I think it's good for me to spend more time here. I really do. So we'll see. Watch this space. I just need to start getting myself into a bit of a routine. But protect my energy. There's this morning I was all coughing and wheezing again because it was -2 degrees, and I think it's just my chest can't cope with it. Anyway, I'm trying not to waffle about how tired I am and how this and this. I'm at my studio just for a flying visit. I think you would have seen some footage yesterday afternoon, only a couple of hours. Lawrence and I, we drove to a place called the Noordwijk coastal stretch. And I can't remember where the little beach we was at, Lang, I forget the name of it. We've been there a few times. We didn't have any boys at home with us last night, so we had a late lunch. We had it wasn't even a burger. We thought we were getting a chicken burger, but it was like chicken breast. It was delicious. Anyway, waffle, and then we went on the beach, and hopefully you would have seen we filmed some drone footage. It was such a nice afternoon. So it was only on the beach for about, I think, half an hour. You know, it was enough. It was very cold. I don't know if I've put some text on the on the footage, but in the shade there was still like frost and ice on the snow on the dunes, which was very bizarre. But anyway, it was really nice. But after we had the lunch, and we didn't even walk on the beach. I think I just walked to the sea and back. Didn't even get my feet wet because there was a little channel, like a little stream in between the beach and the sea, and so I couldn't get to the actual sea itself because of this little stream. I could have walked around, but I couldn't be bothered. Anyway, I've gone into full on waffle mode. So hopefully you've seen some footage of that. Lawrence also wanted to take a drive in that area to scout out the tulip fields, you know, where would be a good place to stop and film. So we're thinking the tulip fields will be up at best mid-March, probably end of March, around that period. But then there's a field where we drive past to get to that beach, and if I remember rightly, they had like crocuses and stuff and other flowers, daffodils, narcissus, I think. So yeah, when the flowers start to come out, we'll hopefully we'll do a bit of drone footage. That'll be fun. Anyway, Lawrence has gone for a walk around. I saw one of my neighbours who was below me as we were walking in. I've not seen her for about a year, and so I caught up with her, and she said, "Oh, I've moved." So she showed me where her new studio is, much bigger and warmer. And I saw these planes. I saw there's a lot of I've not had a good walk around, but what I just saw in like the main community area, there's some people who've moved that were either above or in a smaller room. I noticed that, having a look in the window. It's very quiet today. And then we've got quite a few new studios below me and on the outside wall. So there's more artists. So it seems we're pretty full. That's also one of the reasons it might seem a bit sort of frivolous to keep paying the rent on this place every month. But if I give it up, I'll never get it back. I mean, now it's become so popular now that there's quite a lengthy waiting list. And Lawrence is, you know, he's adamant that I should keep it. So if you've been around a while, you'll know. Sorry, you'll know that I've been in these moments where I'm just going to give it up. But just the feeling of it. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. I think Lawrence has come back up. So I'm going to go back with him. He's on his lunch break at the moment. And yep, I just thought I'd film here from the old spot. Feels nice. It's too I'm right under the flight path, and it's just way too busy to film a podcast. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. Sorry, how loud that was. That plane going over. Because I could also film some tutorials from here, not necessarily a full-on podcast, because then I have to bring. I don't crochet or knit or, you know, all the stuff I do on the sofa. I don't. So, you know, it was also a drag having to bring it over and then take it back. But maybe I could, you know, if I'm making stuff. I also dye wool here, although I've not done that for a long, long time. Looking in the corner behind you, I've got my, like 80% of my jewellery making stuff. Got all scrap fabric. I've actually got really nice fabric that I forgot I had behind you. So what I'll do, in case you've never seen it before, I'm going to stop waffling and I'll just give a little whiz round the room. It's only tiny, but I'm sure you want to see it. Okay, see you later. Morning. I hope you can hear me. Has my kettle suddenly gone like a noisy kettle? I can't work it out. Anyway, sorry. It's 9:20 here. I'm showered. I've just actually my hair's wet. I've just got out of the shower. I'm trying not to sit in my pajamas all day, so I don't need to go anywhere today. Lawrence has actually cycled to work and left me with the car because our little car is still in the garage. Can you believe it? But anyway, so I'm up and dressed. Do I have plans for today? No. I'll probably do what I do every day, fall asleep on the sofa in the afternoon or the evening. It feels like I've regressed back to before I was diagnosed with sleep apnea, but it's not that. Anyway, I thought I'd show you a couple of things. I bought these boots a while ago, last year. They're actually from the same brand that those really nice brown leather welly boots from. I might have to put my... It's actually warmer today, it's 3 degrees. Did I already say that? They're from JJ Footwear. And these are a K width, which I think is like close to a triple E in the UK. And they're all leather and suede. And then they've got this stretchy bit here. Now, because I've got cankles, I've spoken about this many times, they're a bit snug, and I had to thread something in the zipper just to pull them up, and I thought, I can't wear them, they're just so uncomfortable. So these were the boots, along with the brown knee length ones I bought, I was going to take to the cobbler. Then I saw something online. I've been trying all these tricks, heating them up with a hairdryer and putting them over the kettle. Nothing was working. And then I found this spray, and I bought it off Amazon, and it's by Foot Matters, and it's called Shoe Stretch. I think it was like €10, so it wasn't expensive. You can pause the screen if you want to have a look. And basically you spray it, it goes on any leather, suede, nubuck, the lot, and it comes in this, you get a little cap, and then you have to put the spray attachment in it, and then it says soften and stretch leather shoes, boots and sandals while you're walking. Helps prevent pain from the pinching and rubbing of tight fitting shoes and boots, speed up the painful breaking in process. So I reckon these would be great for things like Doc Martens, or, you know, tight toes and stuff. And then it says, well, test the leather first. Yeah, okay, in a hidden portion. So shake well before using. Spray heavily outside and or inside the portion of the shoe or boot to be stretched. If you're using with a stretch device, insert the stretcher for 12 to 24 hours. If you're using without a stretcher device, wear the shoes with a thick pair of socks immediately after the spray application for 1 to 2 hours. And if they're still tight when it's dried, do it all again. It doesn't say those words, but that's what it's telling you. So I've tried it, not worn them for 1 to 2 hours. I've just tried them to see. And I must say, already, so I sprayed the toe, already they feel like a nice, comfortable fit. And already the ankles are fitting nicely, but it's still a bit snug. So I think what I'll do, next time I'm going out, I don't know, like I'm doing a local errand that I don't need to be walking too far or long in case I get blisters. I shouldn't do. They're very good quality boots. I'll give the whole ankle area a good stretch, and then I've also been, you know, just, I think it works. There's the chemical in it works with, like, you know, loosening the fibres of the leather. Look at the state of my nails. I put some polish on to go around to Namalie's the other day. I just can't face getting my nails done. Isn't that terrible? Right, so I've shown you that. Sorry, this tripod's going down again. And then the other thing, when I was with Lawrence on Sunday, and we were having lunch at the beach, I don't know, randomly I started talking about the little mouse and the clothes I've been making, daffodil. And I said, well, I really could do with like a little tiny iron. Oh, that was it. I got an alert on that Amazon had a sale on, and it was for, I thought it was for like one of those little mini irons that you use, you know, with quilting and toy making and stuff, little things, like a desktop iron. And it wasn't, it was the bag to carry it. And then that's how I got talking. And then I saw one, and it was on sale. Well, not on sale, but it was reduced. I don't know if it was the algorithms or because it knew that I was interested. It clicked on a few links. So I was showing Lawrence, and he said, just buy it. He said, you'll definitely use it. So I ordered it. I think it was like €25 or something. And this is the Duronic, is it? That's the brand. And it's basically, so it's corded and it's steam. And then you can put the water in. I think I've covered it all up now. I think at the top, was it? I can't see. But you get a little water container, and you get another attachment for cleaning. It's like spot steam cleaning, which I won't need that for, and a little bag. But this is to go. I was going to order like one of those really, really thick ironing pads, but I thought I don't need one really. I've got like loads of like old felt that I don't use. You know, it's not very good quality for sewing with, so I could just use a felt. You know, put a tea towel down and felt on top and use that. Just for like seams and stuff. So I thought, well, you know, once you've got it, you've got it. So that's the little, can't tell you if it's any good, but I'm sure it would be. Oh, I'll put my glasses on. yeah, so you've got three heat settings. Here's where you put the water in, little poppy thing there, and then it's then the water line where it's filled up to the max, and then these are the settings. You just line it up with a little arrow there, and yeah, what else can I say? Oh, that's for steaming. Oh, that's for squirting. You want to squirt some water on, and it's got a little indicator light on it. I mean, hey, if it does the job, it's certainly cheaper than the Prim one, that's for sure. I was looking at those irons with the little, when you put it down, that it's got legs and it stands itself up, but they're really expensive. And you know what? I wouldn't use it. I'm not a big sewer. I'm a hobby sewist. And if I'm making project bags, I normally stand at the ironing board and do like a big batch, you know. So anyway, that was fun. I thought I'd show you a little shopping haul. Anyway, I need the loo. As I said, no plans today. I'm looking behind you. I've got loads and loads of washing to put away, fold, so I'll probably do that. But first things first, I need the loo and I need a coffee and a sit down, and I might have a piece of toast. We'll see. Right, I will see you in a while. Good morning. I'm on the way to get these nails sorted. I've finally dragged myself out of the house. I've not left the house. Oh, I don't even know when I last left the house. I honestly can't remember. I must have filmed it, did I? I don't know. Anyway, I've just been hunkered down. I've been getting lots and lots of rest. But, you know, I can't say, to be honest, I'm not really feeling the benefit of it at the moment, but it's fine. I'm just still very, very tired. Anyway, it is what it is. I was reading in one of the newspapers yesterday, and what, surprise, surprise, we're actually in a flu epidemic here in the Netherlands. We're not out of it. They're expecting it's going to spike and then fizzle off out by the end of February. That's what I read. Oh my gosh. Do you know, every time I go to this nail place, I always get stuck behind this little picnic delivery van. Last time was a red one, today it's a white one. They're like little, I think they're like little mopeds with a box stuck on the back of them. Anyway, the nails, I popped a little bit of nail polish on. For when we went to Namely and Raymond's for dinner, but it was hideous. I took it off, and you could see the ridge where it's grown out. So it's grown out a lot. I tried to flatten them a bit. Anyway, I'm just going to get it all taken off, a little bit shorter. I've already chopped them down a lot, and then I'm just going to have nail like gel polish on. And I've got a UV lamp at home. If I feel like doing my nails, I can do it myself, and I've got all the equipment to take them off without damaging your nail bed. I've got like a nail scraper, so I'm just going to stop with doing that. I haven't got the what's the word, the oomph to just keep on top of it, so I've just decided to just stop. That's what I'm doing. And then it's market day today, so I'm going to pop on the market and buy a few bits and bobs. It's mainly just, I'm just forcing myself to get out of the house. I just need to get out because, yeah, as I just said, I don't know when I last went out of the house. I really don't. Anyway, it's fine. I'm just resting. The other thing, I've seemed to sort of like regressed with the sleep apnea. I'm fighting to keep my eyes open. I fall asleep every evening on the sofa, and I'm not sleeping well anyway. That's another story. But even some days, it's even sorry, I'm just watching the speed limit here. Some days it either gets like to lunchtime and I have to sleep. I actually can't physically keep my eyes open. It's terrible. And as I said, I'm not sleeping well. Oh my gosh, I'm just moaning again. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so I'll have a little walk around the market, providing it doesn't rain. I've got an umbrella here. I must remember to take that with me. I'm going to see if I can get these nails just taken off. I think I'll just go for like a nudie pink. colour. Curious to see what state my nails are in underneath. When that piece cracked off it, they looked okay, but you know, that was just a small section. Anyway, we'll see. Right, I'll come back on in a while and we'll carry on and have another bit more waffling, shall we? See you in a bit. I'm back. Oh my gosh, I am so tired. It's freezing out there. It said it's 4 degrees, but it's just bitterly cold. I had a nice walk around, but it's pretty much wiped me. I'm absolutely shattered. So I think I'm going to go for a lie down. Actually, I'm exhausted. Anyway, I did buy some things. I saw I've got Readly, which is an app. There it's a monthly subscription that when you subscribe to it, you get access to hundreds, if not thousands, of magazines, daily newspapers, a lot of things. So, and I subscribe to it for quite a few years now because I get access to all the crafting magazines from all over the world. Anyway, in one of the latest crochet magazines, it's got to be a UK one, I can't remember for the life of me, and it's on my phone, which I'm recording on now. But in one of the newest editions, they had a Bagpuss pattern. If you don't know what Bagpuss is, he's a really famous in the UK old cat, and he lives in an antique shop, I think, and his owner, the little girl who looks after him, is a cuddly cat, like a plushie, is Emily, I think. Is it Emily or Lucy? I can't remember. And then when she leaves him in the shop, all the other things in the shop come to life. So there's the ragdoll, can't remember her name, Professor Yakov, is it? He's like a wooden bookend. He comes alive. He's a bird. There's a frog or a toad. I forget. Anyway, waffle. So they've got a pattern in this crochet magazine to crochet a Bagpuss. Bagpuss. I'll show you the colours. It was knitted in a DK chenille, which the guy on the wool stand didn't have. But we had a look, and then I thought, well, I can go for this. This is Elise Superlana Maxi, which is like a chunky Aran weight. So yes, Bagpuss is cerise pink, and instead of white, I've gone for a cream. I just find it a little bit softer. It's definitely a UK magazine because it's British crochet terms. So I've got 2 balls of that because I wasn't sure about the yardage. If I've got full balls left, I can take them back. He's really good with stuff like that. And then I'll show you that in a minute. It's not very interesting. And then in the same brand, I just fell in love with this. He had a scarf hung up, and it's just a plain knit scarf that was knitted up from 3 balls of this. And I thought, these are all my colours. I'm just going to knit a plain chunky scarf. Oh, and they didn't have exactly what I was looking for on the haberdashery stand. I just bought a couple of short bits of ribbon trimming. So I've got this little gingham blue ribbon and this nice little white lace and another lace. So it's just for the toy and doll making. Mustn't lose that little bag. And then they're having a major renovation in the market area in the shopping mall there, and a lot of shops close, a lot of signs up for new stores coming, and I've not been there I don't even remember the last time I went. Anyway, they had a H&M home, and they've revamped the whole H&M there, so it's huge, really nice. Had a quick look in. I just needed some socks, so I've got some nice just plain cotton socks. I always go for the bigger size because I throw them in the dryer and I don't want them shrinking. So these are a 39.41, and I'm hoping because they're like a burgundy wine colour that the boys won't steal them. And then they had this in the sale. It was reduced from €16 to €2.99, so €3. I'll just pop this off. And thought that's a nice beanie. So I got myself a nice, it's all caught in my hair clips, a nice beanie. Actually, if I could have it, I could do it a bit longer. So it's like a slouchy beanie. So, very nice. New hat. And that's it. And I got some new knickers, but you don't need to see them. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the vlog. I need to check the Albert Heijn. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is, did I mention this in the car earlier? This is the Sherbet Fizz shawl. It's more like a shawlette. It's very short. There's the ends. I'm sure you could make it longer. This is done. I have really no idea what it's, the brand. Maybe it's Lang, from Lang Yarns maybe. And it's yak and linen. It's absolutely love it. I love this scarf. And so I wear mine like this, but it's actually this. Very, very nice. I should knit another one of these. It's lovely. This is toasty warm. So I just layered up, because it was bitterly cold. I've got a cardigan shop bought, not handmade by me. Right, I'm going to wrap up the vlog. Don't know what I've been waffling about. I need to check the grocery app to see what time it's been delivered. I thought last time I checked it was 6ish. I'm just going to have a little break now, a little time out, because as I said, I'm just tired. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. Hope you enjoyed the drone footage. I've edited that part, and I think it's turned out really well. I think Lawrence is getting really good at his droning, so hopefully we'll have a bit more of that in context. I'm not just going to randomly plonk drone footage in every video. It won't be that. But if we go somewhere for like a day out or a walk or something, and we can fly, then of course, if I'm going to film with my camera, I might as well film for the camera above. Why not? If Lawrence wants to, that is. So yes, let me know. And yeah, if it is your first time stopping by, and you haven't done so already, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Say hello in the comments. You know, it's good to make friends and have a chit chat. And if you're an OG and an original gang member, a returning viewer, hope you're all well. So I hope you've all had a good week. Thanks again for tuning in. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.